XSplit. Sometimes it works. By the way, this is two utterly separate computers that when Discord's on, it just crashes.
Oh yeah, so
they do not like sharing the audio, but I can do this with OBS, no problem. So I don't get it. But anyway,
yeah, there's no reason two programs shouldn't be able to address the same audio device.
Where was I when
it
crashed?
You were just beginning to talk about that this is the first time you played Minecraft.
So like all the things you said about Minecraft are gone, or like where were we?
so now wait now. So it's got all this extra crap added now. I mean, I haven't played Minecraft in ages. The last time I played it was Minecraft VR, and that was a while ago. But it was still fairly simple. You didn't have the magic. You had all the make stuff, and some mechanical. You had the redstone you could use, but they've got magic now.
Oh yeah, they've done that.
Yeah.
With some of their mods, like the ones where you use magic to power your stuff. It's kind of like the magical equivalent of the tech mod, Technic or whatever. I've used that before. It's pretty fun, but you really have to know what you're doing to use it to its fullest.
I like the redstone and stuff like that. That was okay. It's just when they start adding, now you got magic spells, now you got this, now you got that.
Well, and the issue is all of the YouTube videos you have to watch are made by 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
So they're just like screeching.
It's going to make you want to kill them.
Okay,
Game.
Look who's dropped into the show. Ben! Hey, Ben!
Hey, I finally got a new headset that doesn't just have one ear that's busted.
Nice!
Yeah, now both ears are busted.
Hey, Ben!
Yeah.
And look at my new kitty.
Ooh. I'm just going to watch Beard. Beard.
That's you, that's you, Ryan, and Tyler.
No. Susanna wants it to go, I think.
Oh, really?
She's like, it needs a trim, she says. It needs a trim.
Okay, all right.
Gotcha.
I think you should cut your losses.
It's like hanging off the screen.
Damn. It's you got a lot of beard going on there, man.
Put some beads in it or something.
I haven't had hair this long since college.
All right. I don't know what that means.
Well, I don't have any up here. So,
pubes.
I get you.
So he's compensating. Okay.
I gotcha.
All right. Let's go on to Jacob. Jacob, what are you playing?
I am playing Deep Rock Galactic.
Nice.
It is a mining, dwarven mining game where you do different missions as one of the 4 classes for dwarves. There's a digger who has a flamethrower and drill gloves. There's the engineer that has an explosive like RPG, but he has platform gun. I do not like the platform gun. Then there's the gunner who has this big old Gatling gun, and they can make zip lines for everybody. And then there's a scout who has like an assault rifle and a sawed-off shotgun, but they have their own grappling hook that they can use for everything. And you go about doing missions and killing bugs, and
I've
become kind of addicted to it.
It looked pretty damn good when I saw the clips from it.
Yeah, I think Travis was playing that.
Maybe
it's
I've seen yeah.
Too.
It's cross-platform, but it's only cross-platform for console to computer. So therefore, I can play with PS4 players and computer players.
But PS4 players can play with Xbox players.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I know a lot of people that play this on Xbox.
That seems like a weird cross-platform. I don't understand that.
It's a really small dev team.
Okay.
A tiny dev team.
All right. Tyler, stop petting your pussy.
Yeah, it is.
Never.
It's an interesting game. And it's better when you can actually talk to the people because their laser pointer system, it just is like, hey, that's this over there. And I'm like, yes, but I'm trying to let the person know of like, hey, driller, I need you to drill here. Or when I'm the gunner to be like, hey, there's this mineral, but I can't get up to it because there's no platform up there. I can put a zip line up to there, but I can't get up there because I can't float.
Yeah. We all float down here.
We do.
Hello, driller. Sexual thriller.
So it's available for all the platforms. You can cross-platform. If you're PC, if you host a game, can you host to Xbox and PS?
From the sounds of it, you can host to one group.
Okay, so you can't even if you're hosting it on your PC, if you set up a game, you still only get to choose between PS players or Xbox players.
That's what I've been able to find, but I'm shitty at doing research, so therefore that's what I've been able to find, is that it goes to one or the other.
So you're playing this on the PS4.
I'm playing this on the PS4. I'm thinking about actually buying it for the computer, but I got it for free on PS Plus when it was the game of the month.
What's it
called? That's why it sounds familiar. I haven't played it yet, but yeah,
it's super good. And then
it's Deep Rock Galactic. It is
Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only $15.
For free, and then when the battle pass is over, they're gonna make it so that you can still get all of the cosmetic things. So like they've got a super active dev team. There's like weekly streams where they just play the game and talk about the new stuff that's coming out. It's a really, really supported game of like, and I don't know if I think it's finally released, but like for the longest time it was just in early access on Steam. But they did a great job. It's well worth the $15.
They got their first season thing out, which is corporate invasion or industrial invasion or sabotage or whatnot.
Yeah, industrial espionage or something like that. And it was like the base game was really good. And eventually it just kind of does get a little old. And then what they added was just changed the game. Every class got a new main weapon, two main weapons. Like you have 3 different main weapons you can use. And it was just like, wow, this is like completely changes the game style for each class. So it really felt like instead of just 4 classes, you had 12. And it's still super solid. I haven't played in a minute, but it's always
I've gotten all 3 of the main weapons for the engineer, and I still just like the combat shotgun. That is,
it's listed as overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, it looks really. Yeah, I like
unlike our attitudes.
Colorful game. Yeah, well, that's a whole other issue.
But it's also a game that you can't just. It's not a quick game.
Well, that's a bit of an issue for me. You know me. I like quick games.
You can find ones that are so the missions rotate like every 20 minutes or so, and you can find ones that are short, and then you can also if you want to just play by yourself easily, like they have a really good bot that runs around with you that really helps out.
Bosco is amazing.
Yeah, Bosco's great, and then you can drop the difficulty super low. So if you just want to run and gun, you can just like hang out and just be like, whatever, I'm just gonna kill these bugs, rock and stone. Or you can ratchet it up where it's like super hard, where it's like it is,
and you can
well developed.
You can also join with other people that are already in mid mission and just be like, okay,
join us.
Okay, let's jump on then. Let's go ahead and see. Ben, what have you been playing?
I have been playing the shit out of Project Zomboid. They just got an update to it where they have, so it's a zombie survival game that plays a lot. It plays exactly how I want a zombie survival game. Real slow. It's not all about the zombies. It's got a base building aspect to it. But the 3D update that they have, funnily, uses the same 3D models from the first Sims.
Yeah,
So
I see that.
But it's super good. The mods are great. There's a pretty big community. They just released multiplayer. I haven't played too much multiplayer, but it seems alright.
Yeah, so this one's $20. It's a PC only.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I fell asleep, so I don't think this is actually my playtime. But I have almost 100 hours into it.
Wow. Okay. That's
So
it.
I
It
probably
looks
have, like,
another one that
8
looks good.
hours,
That
actually.
is a lot.
Yeah, I played it yesterday.
No, it looks solid.
Yeah, and I've been playing Monster Hunter Rise. I also have 100 hours in that game too.
Okay, that I understand.
Yeah. So between those, I've been playing more Project Zomboid than Monster Hunter Rise. But when the boys are together, now that I got a headset that actually works.
Yeah, kind of nice.
Yeah. Those are my games that I've been playing.
That's a good one. This Project Zomboid looks really good.
Oh yeah, it's and they've got a nice they've got a sandbox mode. They're really supportive for mods. There's a shit ton on the Steam Workshop, and good mods where it's just we're just gonna make a bunch new weapons, but not crazy powered. Here's a laser cannon. It's no, we just made all these actual guns and all these actual things. But it's a really solid zombie survival game.
Cool. Yeah, so that one's only $20 on Steam, so that's not too bad at all. And again, if you can get 100 hours for $20, you are doing great.
Yeah,
100 good hours.
Yeah,
100 good hours.
All right. Good point.
Is
Yeah,
this same game that's been out for since 2013, or they just keep updating it?
They just keep updating it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, and it's an indie, so you know how we love our indie games.
Oh yeah, and I don't know that.
Rob, you own it.
Yeah, I own it.
How many hours?
I've been trying not to say anything.
0.2.
Yeah.
I think, do I 2 hours into it?
No, it's.
I liked it, and then
total. It's 11 minutes total.
wait,
I looked at it.
Yeah,
So 0.2.
that's
I
probably
was
about
right.
right.
0.2 hours.
I probably started it up and said, "Oh, that looks interesting."
That looks interesting.
Next
Well,
computer.
you might need to go back to it.
Forgot
Yeah, there
to
you go.
reinstall it. Yep, it happens.
All right, let's jump on. Dallas, what are you playing, or what have you been playing? We've been watching you play something here.
All sorts of VR shenanigans. Man, I've been doing nothing but upgrading my computer lately. I doubled my RAM last weekend after getting an extra 16 gigs.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so now I'm up to 32. So I've got that enough for multitasking
Did you have to
and
dump
development.
some long-term memory?
Nope. Oh, good.
That was a nice reference.
Little Johnny Mnemonic reference there. Very, very well slipped in there.
Yeah, thank you.
So what are you playing now?
So after overclocking my GPU and everything, I just been testing out all sorts of games right now. I don't know if you guys have played Risk of Rain or the Risk of Rain sequel, but I'm playing a VR mod for Risk of Rain 2. So it converts, it's a third-person game, however, it converts it into a first-person or a VR perspective game. So, and it's pretty much one-on-one, room scale, no bullshit. I don't have any criticisms about it really much at all, if whatsoever. It feels like this was made for VR, even though it was meant for third person when it was originally made. So I'm just impressed. Those people who made it, bravo to them.
And the
it's
giant
thrilling.
jump between the first one and the second one. The first one is the side scroller.
Like a game maker game.
boom, just drop this.
This is like, this is like basically, shows off the power of Unity, and on top of that, the power of, like, people who know how to mod shit. You know, like, making, like, crazy-ass mods like this. Like, holy shit. So
this is the dev mod, though, right? This is actually from the developers of the game.
No, it's from independents. People, really? Like, it's like, there's a certain mod framework I had to install, and through that, there's, like, a couple of extra mods, and then this VR mod. And they all work in tandem together to be able to turn it into, like, a full-fledged VR game.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. That's really cool. All right, so one more time. What was that one again?
Risk Rain 2.
Risk Rain, okay.
You can get it for your Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you can't VR it on the Switch.
Nope. Unfortunately not.
You'd mount that thing into a giant headset on the Switch.
There you go.
Just duct tape.
Nice.
Again, see, and I'm attracted to games like this that are very colorful. You know,
it's amazing.
It's a nice looking game.
It really is. They just, I don't need a dark shooter. I kind of like the bright shooters. Thank you.
Yeah, this is like a sci-fi themed shooter.
It's hard as heck.
It's difficult. Yeah, it's still brutal. I mean, it's a brutal game, but it's not like dark or gritty. But then again, there's After the Fall, which, they updated today with a new patch to fix a lot of shit and introduce new content, so I've been enjoying that too. And that's even better than KF2, in my opinion. It doesn't even have that much content right now, so yeah, that's another one I highly, highly recommend if you have an itch to play games like that.
You've streamed that one before, and After the Fall looks freaking awesome.
It's amazing. Yeah, just like, it makes Zeds look like a joke. Like, honestly, it makes Zeds look incompetent. Because, like, they all, like, move like liquid, and they just overwhelm you, and it's just, like, Jesus fucking Christ, and you really have to, like, know your weapons, too. You can't just get, like, crazy-ass sci-fi weaponry. It's like, right now they only have 6 guns, and the whole goal is, like, play higher difficulties so you can get rare mods to put on these guns, so you can change the functionality of them and make them, like, much better, and that actually help you, like, survive, like, against this shit. It's, like, insane. I fucking love it. I've sunk that. That came at pre-release. I want to say like December, and I've been sunk about like 150 hours into it so far. So yeah, that's how devoted I am to it.
That again, solid game. Well worth. It is the night for people playing with their pussy on camera.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got my black pussy. I'll grab my little inky dinky.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, have you ever noticed, guys? We own an awful lot of black cats. Just gonna put it out there.
Yeah, did you see my cat?
The pentagram hat. Totally weird that he has a black cat.
I'll see my cat. He's sitting in my chair over there. My little black cat.
For a half second, I thought Ryan had just stolen Tyler's cat.
So like,
that'd be cool if he passed it. Yeah, that would have been really cool. Been a nice.
Okay, all right. That's my beard. Beer.
All right, Ryan, what have you been playing?
Well, I had to go on a couple trips, so I took my Switch with me. So there were a couple of games that I picked up during MGC that I finally got around to. I talked about one of them the one time, called Super Trench Attack, which was kind of like it was labeled as a twin stick shooter. I had a little trouble getting into it because it was more of a twin stick shooter that you have to actually aim at the guys on the screen, not just randomly. I had to like you have to point at the bodies. You can't just like shoot left, right, up, down. So I wonder if it was more of a mouse keyboard game originally. So it took a little bit. I did get through it. So it was once I found there was more to just the levels that I was seeing. There was a couple of like boss level type things that changes how you play the game a little bit. So that made it kind of fun. So when I beat that, then I moved on to the other game that I bought. So both these were like indie type games, only available through or physical only through that VGNY soft people that were at Midwest Gaming Classic, and I think I'm pronouncing it right. The Wallachia Reign of Dracula kind of has a look of almost like an older Castlevania game.
Nice.
You shoot bows and arrows. bows and arrows.
Nice.
You're an archer, so. But it's
You
definitely
shoot
one of
bows
those
and arrows.
challenging kind of ones where you can't really save until you've gotten through the entire level. Then once you get through the level,
Gotcha.
you can like start at like chapter 2. But that whole idea of like if chapter 1 has 5 parts, you have to get through all 5 parts before you can like start at that next stage. So you know, you have to make sure that you plan out your 4 or 5 lives very well if you're not good like me. So
how old of Castlevania are we talking? Are we talking NES, Super NES?
I think it's
PlayStation?
between probably Super Nintendo, PlayStation era, somewhere between those two.
Yeah. Like
Um,
the PC the Turbo graphics.
yeah. So the only weird thing is like when you shoot arrows, it's like you can shoot up, down, and angles. Like you can't shoot at like weird angles, like 0, 45, 90. You know, so very strict. Which direction the arrows go. So that's a little challenge. So that one is pretty challenging to get to each of the levels so you can have a save point. So that one I put down here and there. But otherwise, I had finished Metroid Dread over the winter. Not over the winter, but also on the trip. So now I'm between Wallachia and the Mummy Demastered, so both are like Metroidvania style games.
I love the Mummy Demastered. Yeah, that was only like good thing out of that franchise.
So Metroid became the law.
Became what? Sorry.
It became the law. I'm making a Dread. I'm making a
Dread
reference.
Oh yeah.
Judge Dredd reference. I was like, this is gonna go nowhere, but I want to make this joke. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm making this joke.
Well, I knew it was. So.
But yeah, Metroid Dread.
Unfortunately.
That was a fantastic game. I mean, after not having a Metroid game for how many years, they did that game pretty spot on for the 2D style. So that's what I've been playing, and I've been playing with my new. I got the Hori controller, so it's more like the handheld, more of a feel of like a Xbox, PlayStation controller in your hand instead of the Joy-Cons. So
nice.
How do you feel about that?
How do you feel about the controller?
Like tiny baby hands.
It took me a little bit used to because I got so used to little tiny controllers, but I think I like the feel of it better now. You know, I almost have like a wider grip, so it took a little bit to use that, but I think as the more I play it, I like the controllers.
And it's gotta help
the
for
Horis.
like marathon gaming, or just like as those controllers, the Joy-Cons are so tiny, it's just like your hands cramp up.
My hands definitely would cramp up with the Joy-Cons. So I haven't done a super long gaming session with the new ones yet because I only have had them for about 2 weeks. But I'm interested to see if I still have that, like, after, like, for me, if it's, like, 90 minutes, my hands start to get, like, like, I gotta put it down. But we'll see how it goes going forward. So that's what I've been playing.
Cool. All right, Larry, how about you?
Oh, I started it.
Oh, never mind. That's right, you did.
Is that true?
Yeah.
But
You
I
did
have
start.
been, and I have been playing a Switch game too. But I talked about it last Tales of Vesperia, and I really like I guess it's called enhanced 2D or that kind of style. I really like that perspective and style. So I'm because I sometimes the 3D ones, I don't know, it's like I don't know, too much going on. I can't really see where I am. I lose perspective, kind of, And the 2D one, I can see like, oh, okay, I know where I'm at.
No, that's that can be an issue. All right, well, for me, so still playing a lot of the same. I've really been actually weirdly enough I've spent a lot of time recently fixing C64 bread bins.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Somehow, I just somehow or another over the years, especially at university, I've managed to collect up quite a few dead bread bins. And it's like, oh, I'm going to get to working on these. So for some reason, last week I got a wild hair up my ass and I started working on those. Bread bins suck to work. Yeah, well, that too. But bread bins suck to work on. Man, there are just so many things to fail on those old bread bins. It's kind of.
Is it bread boards in a bread bin?
No, bread bin was the style of the C64. Yeah. The beige, the brown box ones. They call them bread bins because they are kind of about the size of a small bread bin. So I've been working on a lot of those. But as far as gaming goes, in case you hadn't noticed, this week Splitgate released a pretty major update, new game modes.
I've seen you playing that.
They reworked the graphics map. It's still got all the same maps. The only map that I've seen that they've really reworked is Desolation. I'm not 100% sure yet about the new game modes. We'll see. It seems okay, not too bad. We'll put some hours in. I just kind of got to the point with Splitgate where, because I don't play competitively and I don't get their battle pass. I just play a bit here, a bit there when I can jump in. So I've been doing that between working on computers. So that one, and I'm still playing a F ton of Halo Infinite. They're I don't know if anybody else is having problems with that, but they're when you play the big team games, those seem to have their servers on that seem to really suck.
Oh,
I mean, I'm never a big fan of big team anyway. I always prefer the smaller maps.
I do too. I prefer playing the 4-on-4. But for some reason, man, they just always seem, refused connection, dropped connection. And it's like, well, and you can play all the other games fine. So it's not on your end. So I'm assuming it's a problem they have with the servers when it comes to big team.
Well, and the weird thing about big team battle is like when I play with the boys, it would be, okay, we're in a fire squad together. We join, and then we don't join as the same fire squad. Like, it breaks us up. Where it's just like, but what? Why? We're a 4-top. Why can't we just be a 4-top?
That's a little weird.
Yeah, and like with those game modes, you'll get people where it's like, if it's not Slayer, if it's objective based, there'll just be people in there that just want to do Slayer.
Thank you. God, I hate that. It's like, dude, the idea is to capture the flag. It's not that hard. Protect our flag. Go get their fucking flag.
Yeah.
Or people not playing objectives in first-person shooters drives me crazy.
Right?
Or the power
you get
stuff. Yeah. Just
you can
those,
kick it out.
Yeah, so no, I agree. That's why I normally don't play big team. I prefer just the simple like Fiesta or whatever. It's just because people
big team battle maps though.
Oh, those maps are great.
But it is like it is way too big of a map for 4v4.
Yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. You'd never find the other team. They'd just go hide someplace or whatever. Yeah, no, agreed on that. But like you said, the problem is people don't fucking play the objectives, It's an objective game. You don't want to play objectives, don't go into that game.
Yeah.
I wish I could say I don't understand why they do that, but we know why they do it, because they can rack up a bunch of kills easily and get a positive KD when they really didn't earn it.
Well,
yeah.
I have a very bad attitude towards competitive, and I like playing them. There are some players that are just so toxic, they ruin the game, and that's almost every objective based. I just don't even play them anymore just because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they have those weird daily quests. One, they have a daily quest that you get every single time, which annoys me. It's just you play a match, get 50 points.
Daily quest is this.
But then it's if it's a daily, why do it's constant? But then there's you have to get X amount of kills with this gun, and it's just I'm gonna re-roll that. Get more kills with this gun, and those just that. It's just a weird system. I don't like that system. I was like, man, I don't want to shoot people with the mangler. Okay, well, shoot people with the pistol. Man, I don't want to kill people with this pistol. This pistol sucks.
Oh, and by the way, in Halo Infinite, the pistol sucks.
Yeah.
That and the what's the spiker? really, the reload time on that is just painful. It's like, oh, come on.
It's so satisfying when you stick someone with
it. It is, but it's
Yeah.
so
the needler?
slow. No,
Not
the
needler.
Oh,
the needler's really good.
Not Mingler, whatever the big spike spear one is.
Yeah, it is just so.
Another issue I have with
The
that
sound
is
on it though is very satisfying. Too.
Okay, that it is.
They did a good job with that.
the other one that looks so similar to it, but it sucks. It's like the charge cannon that shoots the red ammo. That
Oh yeah,
does
the plasma.
AOE, which is like, what? This is
Oh.
worthless.
Yeah, that you're right. That is a worthless weapon too. There are a few worthless weapons in the new Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, that's what I've been playing.
that's a requirement.
What, having worthless weapons?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Yeah, thanks. I can do without them. So, and it never fails, man. That's always the weapon I get. It's like, what the, everybody else was getting fucking rocket launchers, and sniper rifles, and I'm getting and swords, and I'm getting the goddamn plasma gun, which you can fire the hell out of it, hit the guy constantly. All he's got to do is keep moving and not stay in the area effect, and he's going to be fine. So yeah. Or the pistol, which again is about useless in Halo Infinite. All right, so that just leaves you, Rob. What have you been playing?
I got 3 of them for you. I think I'm going to start with the one I've been playing for the longest. And I'm dropping it into the chat. So here's number 1. And I'm just about done. And I got to tell you something. I've enjoyed the gunplay. I've had fun with Far Cry 6, but it's got to end. It's got to end. I'm just about to kill off Castillo, and it's time. It's just time. They have buffed out this gameplay about as much as they can. 5, I always felt like I was driving. I always felt like, maybe I'll go do this and do that. And Far Cry 6 is just like these dumbasses I have to work with on this rebellion. I just want to get it done. I understand the problems with the Far Cry series. That historically has been, 30-something white guy comes in and saves the natives. I mean, I understand that was a problem. I don't have any problems with the characters themselves other than you're not overthrowing the government with your rock concert. That's just dumb. It's just dumb. I'm sorry. It's just dumb. The dude is shooting 1,000 things and they got him like spray painting billboards. And the gunplay is fun. It really is pretty exciting to play. I love some of the vehicles, the weapons. It's fun. It's got some characters that I liked, but the younger characters are just so damned annoyingly stupid. I just have a hard time with it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to say that. But the game's worth playing. It is fun. I mean, it's got what's his name in it. And who the hell doesn't love... what the heck is his name? What's Castillo's name? Hold on a minute.
Carlo?
Yeah, he's freaking great. In everything, by the way.
Oh, he was great in The Boys.
Yeah, he's great in everything. Have you ever seen him and he's not like awesome? I've never seen him not be awesome. So, that was great. He was great. There's some good dynamics with him. It's just that some of the factions that you got to work with are just... There was a point where they probably could have saved the storyline where the main character, and it's this particular group that I'm talking about with the bands and the propaganda stuff, and he's just like, the leader's kind of like, I just think we're gonna have to let these people, we're gonna have to cut them loose, and I thought, holy crap, this is about to make a turn, that they're smart enough to know these people are too stupid to survive. Nah. They decided to save him. Sorry if I ruined the storyline, that part of the storyline, but... Okay, so next, on a brighter front...
I ignored what you just said, because I want to play the game, just so you know.
It's worth playing. I definitely say it's worth playing. Just don't play it for the storyline. It's just kind of... meh. They could.
I mean, I
done
thought
better.
4 and 5 were pretty decent, but it sounds like it's not.
I
as
loved
good as
5.
either of those.
I really did love 5. So I guess that was kind of the disappointment here. Next on the Switch, I've been playing Octopath Traveler. I took a break from Mario, Paper Mario.
And upgraded.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's definitely a game upgrade. It's not Paper Mario is a pretty good game. It's just it was getting to be enough too. So Octopath Traveler, holy crap, this game's great, right? Any of you guys played this one?
I have not played that one.
It is an RPG. Number one, the artwork's great.
I like that sort of statue diorama.
Yeah, that's
it's beautiful. It is a beautiful game all the way across.
Great.
It's weird because when you're playing it, you feel like it should be a tactics game. You almost feel like it should be a tactics game. It's straight up RPG though, and that's not a bad thing. It's a very enjoyable RPG. There's more talking going on than I would like, but that's most RPGs for me.
A straight select turn-based battle system, or
yeah, it's turn-based battle
hybrid
system. It's not a it's not a tactics game, but it's still turn-based. So
okay,
What is the name of the game?
Huh?
What is the name of this game? I don't know it.
Octopath Traveler.
Ah, okay.
It was an early Switch release, but boy, it's one of the best. It's so worth getting.
The one I'm playing, the battle system changes to more of an action battle system than and it's like an RPG, but once you go into battle, then it's like there's an arena and you action fight in the arena.
No, this is super old school. It's like, you just basically pick your attack actions, any specials you want to do, and attack, and then it's the next person's turn. Unless you're faster than them, you might be able to get 2 strikes in. But it's a great game. I mean, it's well done all the way through. So I really like that. And then I got another one that I just started playing. And this one's called Mortal Sin. And I think you are going to love the graphics on this. So this would be a first-person shooter style game, but it isn't. Most of the time you're using a sword or an axe or whatever. And it's really... I was looking for a video. I wish I would have done a video on it because really the screenshots don't do it justice. It's an amazing looking game. It's just it's got a good fresh look to it. I mean, it's CGA meets modern, and it's beautiful in motion because it is ultra smooth, the gameplay. But one of the interesting things with it is, you're using a sword. You got the ability to kick as well, by the way, and you're doing a lot of sword fighting with maybe a kick to kick them back. But you have to take off their limbs before they'll die. So it's hilarious fun because you're chopping off their arms, and then sometimes you're chopping off their head, and then you take off a leg, and then finally they're freaking dead. But it is very fun. It can be challenging once they get a few people in. It has some jump scares in it, which I like. I'm not a huge jump scare fan, but it's got them in just the right places where you go, ugh! And it's just fun. It's good. Definitely worth a look if you like anything that has some originality to it. Originally, I just kind of it sat languishing in my collection for a little bit, my Steam collection for a little bit, but I started playing it, and boy, it is good stuff.
What platform?
PC.
PC, nice.
Yeah, I believe. Is this still a beta? Is it still in development? Oh, I accidentally ran it. Oh, now I've ruined everything. Just ruined the show. I'm sorry. Wait, it just ended. Hold on. Let me take a look to the store. And Mortal Sin. Let's see how much this thing costs.
Yeah, what's it going for?
Well, it looks like it's not for sale yet. It's in pre-release. But still, for goodness sake, put it on your wish list.
There you go.
It's beautiful. I'm not kidding. It's by a one-man group, and I go take a look at it on Steam where it's actually moving, and you can get the feel for it. And it's still a little bit beta-ish, but it's a beautiful playable game that doesn't crash a bunch. I mean, it's totally enjoyable. It's just the cut screens between that he really needs to work on.
That was Mortal Sin. Yeah. Okay. Ooh,
yeah. See, in movement, I know. I was like totally.
Wow.
It's an amazing looking game.
I love that. And I'm trying to the negative effect he's doing with the artwork.
Right.
That really is a very unique. I don't think I've seen that done in a video game before, and it really looks good.
Yeah, not in recent, not this smoothly anyway.
No, it
looks amazing.
It really does. Wow.
Reminds me of Sin City.
Yeah.
In video game form.
Yeah, yes, it's that kind of high contrast.
Yeah, you're just picking up weapons and upgrading
and chopping the shit out of people, or chopping the shit out of demons.
Yeah, right. Look at that chopping. God, I love it.
Yeah, wow. Okay, that's a good one, Rob.
That's a solid game.
Yeah, that one's definitely going on my wish list.
Yeah.
I wonder if he likes Lav Beer, the developer.
I bet he does.
With that name, there's a good chance.
Yeah,
I think there's a good chance he likes Lav.
He's Serbian.
He might have been drinking that. Drinking some Lav when he's making this thing. This is actually what happens after about 3 cans.
3 cans. You see, this is what you see. Right?
This is what you see. This is you're like killing everybody. And it ain't good, but well, you want to drink it again because Lav's like the best.
Yeah, again, that's definitely, guys. Add this to your wish list. This looks really uniquely different.
Yeah, it's a good looking game. So yeah, it's been a week of good looking games. I mean, other than I just want Far Cry 6 to end. That's all I want. It's not a bad game. It's just time.
Yeah. All right, Rob. Why don't we wrap this mess up? Right. Hey, but before we wrap this mess up, if you are going to Midwest Gaming Classic in April, hotels blocks are open and available. Make sure you grab your room now. They're going to go fast. They've got some pretty good deals actually for downtown Milwaukee, so definitely worth checking out. You can find those over.
Pretty good deals.
I said pretty good deals. They did put lipstick on them, so they do look a little bit better. You can go over to the Midwest Gaming Classic site. They got links to all the hotels and information. Don't forget they're also talking about some of the new things you'll be seeing at this one. We will be back, as always, at the Midwest Gaming Classic. For those of you who didn't catch it in November, we're in a bigger space. We bought all sorts of new gear that we haven't done before. We've taken over the Underdog Chamber and are repping for the Underdog Chamber. So check out those features now added to the Guys, Games, and Beer Room at the Midwest Gaming Classic.
Yeah, we were kind of worried in November that we weren't going to have enough stuff to fill it, and we'd have to bring a second load. But nope! No, we filled that sucker.
Yeah,
and we still had stuff laying underneath. Yeah, that's us.
Yep. Yeah. You give us a space, we're gonna fill it. All right, Rob, take us out.
That said, there's nothing I can say past that. All right, I want to thank you guys very much for watching Guys, Games, and Beer. As with every episode, this is brought to you by Lionheart Racing. Lionheart Racing, all the joy of racing without the rubber hot dogs. It's also brought
Speaking
to
of which, wait, real quick. George says they're getting ready for the next season. So George was just talking to George. So they are prepping for the next season. Sounds like it's going to be something else.
True story. Also, by the way, this episode was brought to you by XSplit. XSplit. Sometimes it works.
Not recently.
Apparently, it doesn't work with Discord. I think what we'll do is we'll just bring in a separate box and do Discord from there. Because clearly, every time we bring it in, it has never. I've never ever had this crash on this machine, and I use XSplit probably every weekend for my live stream. So it's something to do with Discord. Something with Discord's crashing it.
Yeah. Oh, joy.
It can't be the guy. Right. It can't be Guys Games and Beer that's It's the Guys Games and Beer Soviet era servers maybe that are crashing it. Our streaming server.
Yeah. Or the servers mounted on the roof, so with when it leaks, they can leak right in on our servers.
That's right.
They keep us in the basement, but the servers are on the top of the tower.
Well, always be worried if you have stalactites are the ones that hang down, right?
Yeah.
Not mites. Mites are up.
Mites are up. Tights are down.
Yep. And on Tights Down, you've lived through another episode of Guys, Games, and Beer. I think we've got the issue corrected with the whole trashing the middle of the podcast. So we'll see you guys next week, 6 p.m. CST.
All right, later all.
Great week.
Later.